Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. It's good to be back with you. I hope you are doing well. You can listen to and watch me on Rumble and YouTube, and you can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter. Please like, share, and subscribe because it does feed the AI algorithm. And lastly, please post your comments and questions below. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. It's great to be back with you for this new episode. Let's jump right into it. This article from CBS News. Elon Musk's xAI says it raised $6 billion to develop artificial intelligence. So yeah, we're going to be hearing a lot about this. Elon competing with Sam Altman, competing with, eventually Apple's going to be competing. Of course, Microsoft and a couple other competitors as well. And we'll definitely get into that later, more into that in later articles and episodes. Article begins. A group of investors will put up $6 billion to fund development of artificial intelligence by Elon Musk's xAI. The company said on its website Sunday that the Series B funding round will be used to take xAI's first products to market and speed up research. That's interesting. And the article continues here. xAI said it has made significant strides during the past year in developing the technology, which will continue in the coming months. Hopefully, it'll be better than Deep AI. I didn't mind Deep AI. There was an interesting thumbnail on a previous article about restaurants. You can go back. I will post that episode here at the end. It was like I said in that article, it was my first time interacting, at least from the interface, dealing with AI, and I honestly didn't expect much, and I didn't get much from it. I am, if you listen consistently, you already know I'm not on the AGI will take over the world bandwagon. For me, it looks like the AI revolution will definitely AI is going to play an important part. It's definitely going to change civilization, and for the better. But also, there's always side effects with this. But it'll change things like the agricultural revolution, the industrial revolution, the computer revolution, the information revolution, in ways that we can't comprehend. But if the trend holds from the previous revolutions, then the market's going to grow significantly, and there's going to be a lot more jobs available, and there's going to be a completely new skill set to learn. Not that a person is going to have to learn how to learn the mathematics underneath the hood of AI and machine learning, but rather learning how to use the interface technology of AI. AI is already changing NVIDIA's technology, because NVIDIA is investing heavily in evolving their GPUs, or in innovating their GPUs rather. Right, that's going to change computers. That's going to change hardware, and so that there's a lot of changes coming up. In addition, previous episode I talked about oil and gas becoming a significant part of energy, because data centers are going to need it. AI is going to need it. we're going to have major energy consumptions happening in the next few years. That's coming. So we're going to need a lot more energy. Nuclear power. I'm going to be talking about that more. We're going to need a lot more of that. And so this is just the beginning of investments. I have something from another article to show you here in a second once we're done with this. But AI is not going away anytime soon, obviously. It's coming. There are going to be some negative consequences, but it's going to mostly be positive. That's my position on it. Article continues here. Investors in the latest round include Anderson Horowitz, Sequoia Capital, Fidelity Management and Research, Valor Equity Partners, Vi Capital, and Saudi Prince Al Walid bin Talal, and Kingdom Holding. Musk wrote on social media site X that before the investment, xAI had a valuation of $18 billion. The new funding should help Musk's company compete against Microsoft, OpenAI, creator of ChatGPT, in the race to develop artificial intelligence. And they're going to be competing against Apple as well, because Apple's got something in the pipeline, and I'll have an article for that coming up here real soon. Separately, Tesla shareholders were urged to reject Musk's $56 billion pay package by proxy advisory firm Glass Lewis, which in a Saturday report singled out the excessive size of the deal and its potentially negative impact on smaller shareholders. So they're going to have to link that to this article, why they're saying that, or else they're just adding in more stuff. The recommendation from the influential proxy advisor company comes as Tesla is asking its shareholders to vote again on his 2018 pay package after a Delaware judge earlier this year nullified the payment, which is the biggest compensation plan in corporate America. Yeah, I don't see a reason why he shouldn't get it, but maybe somebody in the comments can explain to me why he doesn't deserve it. But that's also getting off of the topic here. The topic's supposed to be about xAI, and I don't think that's going to affect xAI at all. He's going to continue forward with this. As we know, if you follow Elon Musk, he has multiple companies. As far as I'm concerned, he's a modern day John D. Rockefeller, probably bigger than John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller was a giant, but I think Musk takes cake on that. Article continues here. Tesla shareholders are set to vote on the pay package on June 13th. All right. So they're still going to vote on that. That's going to be, a couple weeks from now. We'll see how that goes. Article continues. Glass Lewis also singled out Musk's slate of extraordinarily time-consuming projects unrelated to Tesla. Okay, that's his prerogative. That's his time. And its recommendation to vote against the pay deal. Hold on. Get some water. By the way, that's a terrible explanation for why somebody shouldn't get money. Just my opinion. I feel like he's getting dinged because he's Mr. Motivated. Article continues here. In addition to his role as Tesla's CEO, Musk is also involved in xAI, okay, SpaceX, okay, The Boring Company, that's an interesting company, Neuralink, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Okay. Yeah, so he's involved in multiple businesses. Mark Cuban's involved in multiple businesses. Kevin O'Leary's involved in multiple businesses. Jeff Bezos is involved in multiple businesses. Mark Zuckerberg's involved in multiple businesses. I don't see what the problem is. Just because he's involved in multiple businesses. Who cares? I don't have a problem with it. Maybe you do. Post your comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Okay. Article continues here and it also ends. Musk announced the formation of xAI in July of last year. The company released its artificial intelligence chatbot, Grok, in November. So I don't personally have a blue check mark on Twitter. I've been considering it. We'll see. Um, I haven't interacted with Grok yet. I haven't interacted with a lot of the chats yet. Probably should if I'm going to have a podcast like this. At least become familiar with them. It'd probably be good practice. So I don't have an opinion one way or the other. I've seen some things. People have asked it some questions, had some interesting conversations, but beyond that, it doesn't look impressive to me. But yeah, perhaps in the future, probably more than likely, I'll end up, I guess, exploring those different AI slash LLMs underneath. So, yeah, interesting here. We're going to see a lot more of this coming up, a lot more investment into AI. It's coming. Matter of fact, that leads us to our next article here from, and I guess it's going to make me switch. All right, so I got to switch now over. I didn't know that was going to be the case. Which article is this? Oh, here we go. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to pause it for that. I'll let you see all the messiness go on as I go. And I'm going to just increase that just a little bit for viewing. All right. So this from Statista. If you don't know what Statista is, it's a statistics website. I really like it. You might find it interesting. Basically just gives data and a summary of data. And so not really any bias, but it's useful information. So from the website, article title, Artificial Intelligence AI Market Size Worldwide in 2021 with the forecast until 2030. And as you expect, it's going to grow. And as I've stated before, it's going to grow. So market size in millions of US dollars versus years. So as we can see here, market size in 2021, 95 million. And then, a lot in 2030. So it's going to grow significantly. From the article, Global Artificial Intelligence Market Size from 2021 to 2030. And this is May 24th, so just a couple days ago. So this is really new. According to Next Move Strategy Consulting, the market for artificial intelligence AI is expected to show strong growth in the coming decade. Yeah, that's what we would expect from a revolution. Its value of nearly 100 billion US dollars is expected to grow 20-fold by 2030, up to nearly 2 trillion US dollars. The AI market covers a vast number of industries, everything from supply chains, marketing, product making, research, analysis, and more are fields that will, in some aspect, adopt artificial intelligence within their business structures. Yeah, so we talked about the restaurant industry will incorporate, or they're at least talking right now about incorporating AI into their industry. And of course, as we saw, currently 37% of all businesses in the restaurant industry have some sort of AI adoption, and of course that's gonna accelerate. And one thing that occurred to me while I was reading an article to you was that the franchises it's going to be difficult for a newer business that's just a single storefront, brick and mortar, to incorporate AI because of the cost point into their business model. But if you're a franchise, you're probably going to get that. It's going to come in the recipe of your business, because if you understand the business models of franchisees, when a person franchises, they basically get everything that comes with that business. So it's a ready-made business. There's a few things you need to do, but other than that, it's up and ready to go with instructions and all. And so that'll help artificial intelligence grow within the restaurant industry. Of course, they're talking about some supply chains and solar. It's going to be adopted in solar coming up. It's going to be adopted in nuclear power. It's already being adopted in oil and gas. And so it's going to be everywhere. And of course, NVIDIA, like I said earlier in the video, they are they're innovating their GPUs for artificial intelligence. So that's coming. See, article here continues. Chatbots, image generating AI, and mobile applications are all among the major trends improving AI in the coming years. We also talked about how previous episode about how it's going to be incorporated into, or at least some teachers are talking about incorporating AI into math instruction. So AI is going to be in schools as well. It's going to be all over the place. It's going to be common. Generative AI, a growing market. Yep. Article continues here in 2022. The release of ChatGPT 3.0 brought about a new awakening to the possibilities of generative artificial intelligence. A good understanding of this trend comes from observing the difference in interest in generative AI on Google, with interest growing rapidly from 2022 to 2023. It is to be expected that this interest will continue as both ChatGPT and others aim for updated chatbot versions in the form and in the further and further generative AI programs are in development. I don't know if that sentence is supposed to be written like that. That's kind of strange. Anyway, we'll continue here. Growing awareness in academia. As AI has long been a fast-moving field, with specialists in academia having to keep up with rapid technological developments. Most specialist PhDs in North America, for example, go to work in the industrial sector, with barely half that number going to work in academia. Therefore, traditional academic writing on the topic of AI has consistently been behind the times, as the academic process takes time. Yes, it does. It does, yes. That's true. But AI also takes time going through or being adopted in industry as well. Industry does not move as fast as you think it does. We think it, and tell me if you agree with this. There's a perception that it moves fast in industry, but that might be the media and how they present the topic and the type of companies they focus on. Right, they're only focusing on 4 or 5 companies, and those companies are all the time like, "Hey, we're going." But that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the rest of industry is doing that. Go back to the AI being incorporated into restaurants episode. It's being adopted, but did you get a sense of that it was moving quickly? Right. There was a price point issue. Right. In other words, does it make sense within the business model? Is it affordable? Does it add to, if it adds, it's going to add to the costs, but will it generate more revenue? Will it make sense for that business model? Because, by the way, AI may not necessarily make sense for all business models. Would it make sense for a mom and pop store who's selling trinkets? Would it make sense for them to incorporate AI into their business model? If you're running let's say, an amateur baseball league or a town ball league, if you're from the Midwest, would it make sense to incorporate AI into your business model? Right. It's not going to make sense for everyone. Now, and they might use it. Those two industries, they might use AI to a degree, but it's not going to be included in their business model. It might be a supportive tool, that they use. So it's not going to take over. There's probably a lot. I'm sure they're positive there's a lot more examples of that I can't think of at the moment. That will for sure pop into my head as soon as I'm done with this video. That always happens to me. I turn off, I end the recording, and without doubt, there's always like, oh, I could have talked about this. I could have talked about that. I didn't do that. So anyway, yeah, investments coming. It's gonna obviously AI is gonna change a lot. It's already changing a lot, and obviously we're going to be talking about a lot more here on this station. So that's all I got for today. Thanks again for listening in. Thanks for being here. I hope you're doing well no matter where you are. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.